everybody, Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have Michael as Tharval.
Good evening, everyone.
Wes as Valshil Nostius.
Hey, everyone.
Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Evening all.
Mark as Lance.
Hello.
As always, Pete as Draken.
It's too hot.
You can't hit that with your axe.
I can
He
try. I can try.
Okay, so we had a pretty eventful last session. Did you get caught up, by the way, Wes?
I did, yeah.
You did get captured. Okay, so we had a pretty eventful last session. The other part of the group, so Draken, Draken and Valashil, Lance and Thomas's new apprentice Sally, are getting slightly battered in the underground sort of tunnels and sewers of Taunt as they try and sort of weed out cultists and things like that. Whereas Tharaval and Ceravel managed to escape with their by the skin of their teeth, the jaws of the mind flayers in the sort of one of the temples in Kibarath, with at one point in time there being a belief that Tharaval might actually be killed, but thankfully, due to the pendant he carried and the oath given to him by Augury, he was spared. Akin to Conan the Barbarian and Do You Want to Live Forever? So he has so far he's injured. He is escaping the main sort of the main sort of temple arena, effectively, with a load of kids. They don't know where they're going, really. They don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to get out of there as best they can.
Describes all our plans. We don't know what we do. We don't know where we're going. We just make it up as we go along.
Yes.
Whoops.
And we know how to deal with lay on hands properly now.
Yeah, no, I just decided to read it because I saw that it had been edited, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we sort of I think it was. I had it in my mind for some reason because when we originally did it, Old Paladin was doing funny things with it, and I was like, oh, that must be the way it is because I'm a noob. And basically, It's just a case of you have a certain amount of points in your pool and you can heal that amount and all. Nothing.
Okay,
Simple. As simple as that. Right. How are we going to start this? Okay. So I will stick on some sort of escape music of some sort. I can find. No, that's not escape music.
Great escape.
No, that's
Yes.
that'll do. Okay. So, what I'm going to do then is, Tharaval, as you sort of, as your brother sort of pulls you up over the parapet, and you see the last sort of kind of glimpse of Augury, as she sort of kind of knocks the rest of the sort of kind of your assailants down and disappears. You run out the door into one of the main corridors. You're met with a long sort of winding sort of staircase that seems to kind of go down into what is potentially the catacombs of Kibarath itself. You have no idea where you're going or what you're doing. You're just trying to sort of escape. So what I'm going to do is, how are you going to lead this sort of group you have through the tunnels?
So I'm going to get all the kids to go 2 by 2 joining hand, but then holding on like to the ones in front. So they're all sort of linked together. Have Ciravel and his wife. So Ciravel sort of like is out in front, as he's got the least sort of damage, and he's sort of scouting out ahead. And then in behind him will be Evelyn and the kids, and then Tharval is going to sort of stay at the back. He's obviously, quite injured, so he's probably, struggling a little bit.
Okay.
But he's just covering the rear.
So how do you want to go about sort of making your way through these tunnels? So how do you how do you want to sort of kind of try and find your way?
I don't really understand. I mean,
so you've basically got okay, no, I'll do it this way. Okay, so just give me a is it going to be survival? A survival check. Just sort of kind of give you a
survival's looking for like tracks and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. So how are you going to do it? So are you going to sort of kind of try and do it on a perception check to sort of see how things are you going to try and figure out where you're going based on are you going to try and figure out based on footprints and things like that? How are you sort of going to?
I think maybe we'll start with perception to see if we can sort of pick up any sounds, smells, there's anything we can see, that might sort of give it, what we can maybe that might give us an indication of a right direction to go.
Okay.
And then feeling that, we'll maybe try survival and see if there's any sort of tracks that might sort of lead us in a...
Okay. So give me a perception check for Ciravel since he's out front. Let's get some odd bonuses for that. Rolls.
He's got plus 10.
What?
He's plus 10 for perception, plus 9 for acrobatics, acrobatics, deception, and persuasion. I think. Is there anything else? He's plus 13 on stealth for Ciravel.
Okay, so he sort of kind of ranges ahead and is sort of looking around as he goes. Obviously looking back to make sure that sort of everybody's following him. He's sort of kind of sniffing the air and sort of touching around, sort of trying to figure out what's going, and he sort of takes you down a sort of kind of a left, and he just sort of kind of gives you a few signs and sort of points in that direction. You're not. I doubt you're going to question him because he's, you're
a ranger.
He's just going to trust his sort of his thing. So he takes you down, sort of one of the, he takes you down one of the sort of kind of sort of passageways. Give me a perception for yourself. Oh, by the way, I'm assuming you're locking the door behind. You're sort of kind of closing the door behind you. Yeah.
Yeah. Public roll.
Okay. You, as you're sort of kind of leaving, and you're going down that way, you do hear and you do sort of kind of notice sort of kind of that there is noise coming from the door behind you. They are currently trying to break through to get to.
Okay. I'm just gonna see, is there anything that I can do?
Okay, so you hear some thuds against the door. You're pretty sure that they're still sort of there. They've not broken through yet. Yeah. So are you doing anything else to hinder, prevent, or are you just moving on?
I'm gonna throw down. So I've got a set of ball bearings, which I'm not gonna do a lot, but I'm gonna throw them down behind us, sort of covering the walkway. Can I set traps?
You can improvise, yeah, if you want to. I guess it would be part of your survival training.
Okay, so I should have like a tinder box which will have like oil and stuff like so basically what I want to do is sort of set up a trap with a torch to basically sort of ignite some.
Okay, roll me a survival then.
Ooh.
You
Yourself.
you drop the flask of oil that you had in your weakened state. You drop it and it breaks on the ground, and you can't use it for your trap.
Okay, he's just going to walk past it and he's just going to just light it for the time being.
You just
so there's just a bit of a wall of fire behind us.
okay. Okay, so you set this oil on the fire, and it sort of starts to smoke. As it does, though, the wind, it starts to sort of the smoke starts to fill the passageway that you're in.
Okay. Can we tell? Is there like a way that is the smoke sort of heading in a certain direction, as in
the wind's it's sort of coming, it's being pushed sort of down towards where Ceravel is going.
Okay, so we continue on down, but Tharavel sort of beckons for for everyone to sort of try and stay low below the smoke.
Okay. How many kids have you got? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Damn, Faraval's been busy.
Yeah. Right, okay. Bear with me 1 minute. I need. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them start spluttering and coughing and basically just stand still where they are because of the smoke.
So Tharavel he takes out. So he's got some common clothes on him. He's going to rip rags out of them, and he's going to take out some water from his ration pack and douse the rags, and give it to each one of the sort of give each child a rag to sort of try and breathe through,
Okay.
and then sort of try and push them down to try and stay below the smoke.
Okay. As you're doing that, you hear a large crash coming from behind you in the in the passageway where the door is. The door, you're not sure if it's been completely breached, but they're going to get through soon.
Okay. While doing this, he sort of tries ushering, saying that we need to move fast.
Okay. Do you want to roll me a persuasion? What are you going to say to them?
Basically, quickly, children, we must make haste. The enemy is upon us.
Okay. Give me a persuasion.
Oh, god damn it.
The kids who are they're scared and they're they're scared and they're they're the smoke and they don't know what's going on and they're very sort of kind of so they're sort of kind of crying and generally not being overly cooperative as kids will do. Though
Tharbal. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
um so Evelyn comes over and tries to sort of kind of calm them. I will give her.
I think while this is happening, Tharball's going to drink a potion of healing.
Oh, I wasn't meant to roll 11 there. Just change that to 1.
So I have.
Okay, she only gets a 12, which it has persuaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all but 1. Basically, you've got 1 kid who refuses to go. Very upset. Is scared. Won't move on.
Have I got anything? Tharval's going to take a potion of healing first. So what's that? Just a standard potion of healing. I can't remember. Is it a D6? Minor healing. I think.
No, it's,
I think minor healing's D4. I think
D4 plus 4, 2d4 plus 4, 4d4 plus 4, and 8d4 plus 4 for healing, major, greater, and superior.
I thought it was a minor healing. So it's minor, then healing, then major, superior. Is it?
Yeah, it's one. The lower one's for d4 plus 4.
So
Then it's 2d4 plus 4.
Okay. 2d4 plus 4. Oh god.
A whopping 7.
Whoopity doo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
whoop-de-doo,
7.
mate.
Hey, to be fair, if that was
Uh,
Thomas, that'd be like 20% of his hit points.
Yeah. Okay. Ciravel sort of kind of comes back and is looking very sort of, urgent. He sort of kind of gets the other kids to sort of kind of he starts ushering on the other kids and sort of looks at you about the sort of the last kid.
Tharavel picks up the last child and starts to run with him.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Athletics or just strength?
Strength. Okay, yeah, so you pick him up and basically start sort of slowly walking with him because you're obviously still slightly injured down the cavern, or sorry, down the passageway. Right, let's fire on to the other cavern encounter underneath Taunt. Badunk.
Dumpish.
Right, gentlemen. Which group of yous wants to go first? Val, we'll give it to Val and Bracken. But Val.
Actually, I'm eating at the minute, so could you?
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
sorry.
We'll move on to the other lot then. Okay, so Sally, Thomas, Lance, and Eldrith. I've noticed that there is a sort of crack in the northern wall, like it could potentially sort of kind of be broken through.
So I'm in a very bad mood. I'm going to storm over and hit it.
Okay.
Because, it's been one of those days already, hasn't it?
Maybe it lessons in Draken.
Nice.
So I think I made a dent.
Yep. You smash through this, which sort of resiny type material, and it takes you into another chamber. Okay, in fact, you.
It would appear we found a shortcut.
Ooh.
Okay, Okay, yep. So you sort of kind of break through this chamber. There's nothing visible at this moment in time that you can see.
Okay, so given that we've just found a piece of wall that we could go through, I'm going to move around the outside with my staff tapping the wall to see if I can find any more shortcuts or unusual features.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
Avec advantage.
Okay, yep. So you to the north, you see another one of those resiny type walls. You hit it and you go through. It sort of opens up into another sort of kind of corridor with some sort of gradient steps moving to the north.
Steps.
Might I suggest we carry on to the north? As that takes us in the direction we were trying to get to reach the others.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Okay. As you sort as you sort of kind of go up these steps, you click a button, and you don't know what's happened, but you've pressed something.
I stop with my foot on the switch, turn to the others and say, "We may have a little bit of a problem."
I look over at Lance and raise an eyebrow.
Something just went click when I stepped on this step. You may want to back up a little tiny bit.
I am way ahead of you. Back we go.
We've got very Indiana Jones Temple of Doom vibes going on here.
What sight do you have, by the way, Thomas? Sort of.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
Into this. Adelia, welcome back. Okay, so you've just clicked onto something. What are you going to do about it? Are you?
Obviously, I'm still stood on it, and once I'm sure the others have backed up a little way,
What's your vision like, by the way? What are you?
I think I'm just me.
Right, so you don't really see a lot. You don't have any.
No. So I'm going to try something here. So I'm going to. I'm going to. Oh no, didn't want to do that. But I'm going to create an avatar, and I'm going to have that step onto the area as I step off of it and back up.
Transfer your consciousness to an echo. As an action, you can see through your echo's eyes and hear through its eyes. During this time, you're defended and blinded, deafened, blinded, and you stay in these effects for up to. Wait a minute.
So I'm seeing through the avatar. So I'm making the avatar push down on the switch /step as I back up watching myself, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're all right. Okay, so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
It said up to 10 minutes, and you can end at any time. Requires action, no action. While your echo is being used in this way,
I
it
can
could
be
be
1,000 feet away.
okay. Now, as an echo, is it counted as something with mass?
Let's just have a quick look at my crib notes. No, I don't want that one. So manifest echo summons an image. Dish out damage. So it's a semi-transparent image.
If it's an image, I'm going to say it's kind
Yeah.
of like minor illusion and stuff. I don't think it's going to have any mass. I think it's just going to be something you
Yeah, because
project.
my echoes come through it.
Yeah.
So my attacks come through it, but no, it doesn't work the way I was hoping it was going to work then. So with the echo in place, I'm going to back up on that because obviously I'm still getting the hang of this and I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a chance on that. So as I take my foot off and it steps forward into my place, in my own view, I'm going to back up as quickly as I can.
Okay. Roll me
So I'm
dexterity.
going, yeah, one sec while I refind myself. So is it dexterity or is it acrobatics? If I'm flinging myself backwards,
Yeah, you can have acrobatics if you want.
worth a try.
Not with a 6, you can't.
Yeah, I said it was worth a try.
You sort of because obviously you can't see. You sort of obviously you're getting used to the whole thing. You basically just fall down the stairs, and do yourself 2 damage as you fall.
Okay. Does anything happen?
As far as you're aware, nothing happens. Your echo just sort of kind of stands there looking at you as you fall, as you watch yourself fall down the stairs.
Okay,
and nothing happens.
So the echo's still in place. So I'm going to watch myself as I stand up, and then I'm going to send the echo up the corridor to see where we're going.
Okay. Bear in mind, if it's got the same sight as you, so if you've got no...
Yeah. But I can, it gives me enough to see dimly, surely, depending on what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know, is it pitch blackness or just dim?
I'd say it's pretty dark under there. It's a sewer. There's not really going to be much lighting and stuff like that.
But just to see if I can see anything for a little way.
Okay. All right. So give me a marker or something actually for echoes. Any sort of token? Can you? Okay. Let me. And controlled by all players. Okay, so you can control your little marker.
Not that
there.
little.
Little marker.
As I move him up.
Okay. what can you hear through it, or what's the?
Yeah, all my senses are through. Well, I don't know actually. It just says sight from memory. I'm just going to quickly go back to my. So the echo. Realize the third level feature manifest echo. Summon echo. You can harass enemies from afar. Echo avatar. I can see and hear through the echo, but I'm blind and deafened while I do.
You can see and hear. Okay, do you want to give me a perception check? Okay. You notice through the sort of the sort of darkness, there is a little bit of light. You can kind of see it coming from sort of this area over here through that resiny type wall. There, you see sort of it's there's not a lot of it. Because obviously it's not completely transparent, but you can tell that something is shining through that part of the wall. Though you can't see a lot because obviously it's quite dark in that room.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So I'm just going to step in forward a little bit further out, and then start to go to the side to see if I can locate a wall. Obviously, if I can see in here, I can at least find the edges, if that makes sense. But yes, I'm an image. I can't exactly trail my hands along the walls, but I can see where things are glistening in the small amount of light, which gives me an idea of the shape of the area.
Okay. For brevity's sake, I'll say you sort of go around and do a quick sort of kind of recce of the room looks like. From what you can see, or you sort of kind of piece together from your mind, you can see that there seems to be a sort of kind of some sort of raised sort of rocky area in the center of the room. There is a what looks like potentially a staircase going north. And there is also an eastern sort of passageway. You can also obviously see that there is more of that resin to the north and to the east as well.
No problem. So I'll cancel the echo. Do you want me to just move it off to one side for the time being?
Yeah. Forever.
Okay, so by cancelling the echo, I come back to being able to see and hear from myself. And I turn back to the others and say, there appears to be a large cave ahead with possibly two more of those walls that we can break through. But obviously, my echo doesn't have better sight than I do. So I've got a vague impression of roughly how large it is. And it appears to have a raised area with a column or something in the middle. You have better sight than me, Thomas. So do you want to come ahead with me and keep an eye on what's going on and give me an idea of what's in there?
I'm happy to follow.
Okay, so we move up to the entrance to the cave with the others behind us. So Eldorath's half elven, so she'll have sight as well, won't she?
She should have, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So again, you go up and you can see a bit more clearly, Thomas, that there is definitely light coming from that sort of from the northern and sort of eastern sort of kind of resiny walls. Those clear sort of walls there.
Okay.
But doesn't, for as far as you're aware, there doesn't seem to be anything else in that room.
Okay, so standing where we are, hold on, I wonder if I can. No, that's not going to work. That's a shame. So look to Lance and say, well, we've come this far north. The next staircase heads north. I suggest that's the
Okay.
way we follow.
So I'm going to suggest that if we break those two resin areas and see what's behind them, then at least we've got a better idea of what's going on, and we don't have to worry about leaving something behind us. So we can see that they're broken. At least if we check there before we go, we've got an idea of what the geometry is around us. And if I get Eldareth just to check down that passageway to the side, because she has better vision as well, while we move up towards the resin areas.
Yep, I'm always happy not to get ambushed from behind, so
So we've
as
got
it were.
Eldareth up there.
Okay. She looks down. It's quite a long tunnel. There's more of that resin to the north of that smaller passageway.
Okay. So I'm going to try attacking this small area of resin here.
Okay.
This is where I start getting worried.
You're not really doing any perception checks and stuff. You're just walking into rooms and stuff. So I'm just like, do I give you the chance? All right, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay, that's fine.
So I get a better perception check than the person that can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
Should we do one for Eldareth as well? Sorry, I haven't got her
Thomas, you hear a noise coming from you're pretty sure you heard like either you're pretty sure you heard Draken's voice or something that sounded like Draken coming from the northern staircase.
Okay, so I'll tell Lance. Pretty sure I heard Draken from the north staircase. Once we're done here, let's head up there.
No problems, but he'd be just as upset if we let someone sneak up on us before we found him.
Agreed, but we know he's nearby now.
Okay.
Okay. So
Right.
let's hit something because Draken's not here, so I thought I'd make up for it.
Okay, just before you all right, no, actually, okay. All right, so you cleave through the resin wall again. As you do, you hear this sort of loud chittering noise coming from above you. Yes. Okay. And a large spider drops down beside you.
It's not going to sit on my head this time.
No, down beside you while you obviously because you perception checks. Okay, so who's it going to go beside? I'm going to say actually I'm going to give it because both failed to a. No, I'm going to do a D6. 1 or 2, it's Lance. 3 or 4, it's Thomas and Sally. 5 or 6, it's Eldrith. It's Eldrith. So it drops itself down beside Eldrith.
Okay, need to get up her card.
And in fact, she didn't do a perception check. Give me a perception check on her.
No. So let's see if I can do a perception check this time. So she has keen, so she has advantage on perception.
Okay.
Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. So where do I do a perception check from? It's just a wisdom check, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, there should be a perception thing. Perception on them.
I can just see it as a normal sort of
Character sheet.
As a normal character entry for an NPC. I can't see a character sheet because.
And
you
Leah
haven't
says, "I
generated
hope
one.
Eldrith isn't arachnophobic." So you should have, let's say, perception.
No,
actually,
still doing the same thing as before.
Okay.
So she's perception +5, and she gets advantages.
Okay. So perception is wisdom, is it? For perception?
Yep.
That 5. Yep. Okay. She's seen it, so she doesn't. She sort of kind of manages to sort of kind of jump out of the way as it sort of kind of before it lands sort of down beside her, and it doesn't get the drop on her. So this clear. Oh yeah, because you've broken the wall as well, haven't you? Okay, which means I need to put stuff here. Right, before I do that, for shops quickly because they've been sat there not doing very much. Okay, so Draken and Val. Draken has in the last session, Draken basically has cut through this wall. And as he's done so, you've seen this mind flayer.
Exact word which was, right, Val, do as I do. 1, 2, 3, twat it, hit the wall and dive in. That was basically the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we saw the mind flare.
Yeah, so you've done that, and then this sort of mind flayer, sort of, which is surrounded by sort of kind of kneeling cultists, starts to levitate, looks at you, points, and lets out this sort of kind of this kind of scream, and obviously all hell breaks loose. So,
Okay. Go.
let me do, because I might have to do initiatives on these. That's because that's all them. Right, breath one moment. Let me find.
Oh, I forgot about my fan. Let me rotate that.
Get you something a bit more action packed music wise. Where is that? Boom, arrows. No, we don't want that. We don't want Elven Glades. Do we want... Ace is high isn't working. Oh, boo. Why upsetting? There we go. None of my music seems to be working at the minute. What?
Oops.
What's going on? Oh well, hopefully it'll figure itself out. Okay, Draken's on initiative. These guys. So their initiative. Okay, so we've got Draken. Cultists are all just gonna go at the same time. So it's basically Draken, Cultist, Val, and then the Mind Flayer are going to go. So, Draken, you're up.
Would it be fair to say that we have the advantage of surprise, given that we are charging through a wall, yelling, "Get 'em"?
I will give you advantage on your first attack. I won't say you'll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on it because they are going to be slightly surprised.
Given that, how high is the mind flare floating, levitating? Given
He's
that
just
we
sort
are
of kind
in a
of
cavern,
cross-legged and sort of in the middle, sort of.
could Draken therefore just charge in, basically shut past the cultist, and then just start whacking the mind flare with his axe, saying,
Could do.
"Meditate the hell out of this." Pardon?
Yeah, if you want to.
This
Bear
is
in
like-
mind if you
yeah.
go past them, they get sort of attacks of opportunity. Oh,
Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on there. I'm trying to select my. Thank you. But yeah, I'm actually given the one expecting.
right. So you're
paladin-
going through that guy's zone of control.
Yeah.
So you're going to there's going to be attacks of opportunity.
Would there be, given again, it's surprise?
It's not because you're kind of like I
Okay.
understand I kind of understand what you're saying because you've broken through a wall. They don't realize.
You don't expect to have their weapons to hand when two, a barbarian and a paladins come blasting through the wall, yelling, "Get 'em!" That's my argument, but it's your game.
Roll me a dexterity.
Okay.
Where's my music setting? I'm gonna have to come out of this. What did you get there? Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, you dodge through, and they don't sort
Okay.
of they're a bit too. So let me just exit out of this and then come in.
Right. Draken just basically charges straight into the mind flayer, entering rage, and just starts wailing on him
Okay.
with
Give
the
us that then.
axe.
Yep.
Okay. Will be advantage.
So
So that would be
it's 23 minus 5.
24 minus 5 because attacking with advantage.
19, which is fine. So that is
A terrible actual attack. Well, 10 plus 6, so 16 damage. This is also radiant damage as well.
not working. Why is my music not working?
And it should also be rage as well, so plus 3 for rage, sorry.
Rage.
So that's a 19 damage.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. And get one more
Okay,
attack.
so okay, yep. So that is what 16 damage is it?
19 because also plus 3 for the rage as well, so it's
Okay,
6 for the base damage, then 10 plus 3.
okay, and hit again.
Okay. That one. This is attacking normally, so no.
Okay, that's a hit. So another 9 damage.
Yes, 9 damage. Yeah.
So that's what in total?
19 plus 9, 28 damage.
Okay.
I just think seeing if I've got anything else I can do. Minus range. Frenzy only activates. I can go into a frenzy when I range, which means I can do a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay, that's the one where you have to sort of do it. You have to do a roll or something for frenzy, don't you?
Nope. Oh no, that's afterwards. After I come down, I have to basically
an exhaustion roll.
Yeah. Yes. So basically, next turn I get an induction attack. But yeah, that's it for the moment.
Okay. Next up we have the cultists, who swarm you.
Swarming.
So we're gonna have 1, 2. Just go. Okay. Feel. They all feel.
One's actually also a critical fail.
Okay, yeah.
Just
So
had by their mate.
he swings wildly and does 2 damage to his mates to the side.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay.
jump here.
Nice.
First rule of combat: friendly fire isn't.
Okay,
That's what I like to see.
Val, you're up.
Okay, Val charges in to support Draken. I will then use Beacon of Hope. And then I will.
Did you level yourself up to 11, by the way?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I think that's why my HP might have reset actually.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use
Being.
Compelled Duel. Yeah, Compelled Duel on the Mind Flare.
Okay, so
Nice.
a spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for that duration. Each target has advantage of wisdom saving throws, death saving throws. Okay, cool. Alright. Any. So that's your actions, is it?
That's it. That's my action and bonus action.
Okay. Mind Flare. In range, has to do a DC saving throw to see if it see if it is taunted by you, basically. And it is. Yeah, it is. Whatever you said to it, it's raging now. It's pissed off, so it comes
Well, have a
round.
go if you think you're hard enough. Does Draken get an attack of opportunity?
Should do it. It's disengaging.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I guess
Disengaging.
so. Yeah, give it a swipe.
Okay, give it another shot at Daybreaker. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
figured
hit.
out.
9 damage.
I've just figured out what Wes's new battle cry is: calamari.
Calamari. Okay, that is that. Okay, right. So
One
it,
thing, Matt. Sorry, one thing. Each time I'm attacking, all I'm doing is rolling. It's actually rolling 1.
What?
If you just look at the dice, I'm getting 6 base damage. I think there's been a bit of a cock up with the.
Was that not doing
They're only
something
rolling-
similar
yeah.
with Val's attacks as well?
So you're getting the rage damage, which is a single dice, and then you're getting 1 plus. Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah, rolling
Yeah,
a
but
1 every
Strength
time.
dice. 1
Brilliant.
plus strength dice plus a mod of 1.
I think 1 minute. Let me just check.
Can't just be rolling a 1 every time. No one's that unlucky.
Okay.
Well,
Hello.
Well, no, because I say the only roll is actually 1 strength dice. And the other 2 mods are just 1s, but I thought he'd probably be higher than that by now.
Yeah, we're throwing one up. Let me just check your character sheet here. Okay, so Daybreaker. Strength attack. So it's strength +1 plus proficiency. So
I think it should be 1d12, not 1.
1d12 damage, +1 to attack rolls, +1 to damage rolls. Yeah.
attack strength. Oh wait a minute. Your attack.
So it'd be strength plus d12, wouldn't it?
Well.
I'll just roll a d12 and minus 1 of them all. Or...
Yeah, just give me that attack again. I just want to see if it does. It rolls that's there. Just give me damage. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the attack. No. Bear with me 1 minute.
That's slashing at the bottom.
No. Bear with me 1 minute. That's your attack. Your damage roll is 1 plus. Right. I know what it is. Yeah, it is a 1. Yeah, so it's 1. That's right. Grimia.
Yeah.
It should be 1d12 plus strength plus 1. It was just 1.
Yeah.
That's why you were getting 1 now.
In that case, then, should I roll a d12 3 times?
Yeah, go on then.
And we just minus 3 from it.
Yep.
Okay.
26.
Well, 23. 23.
23.
So yeah, so basically add minus 1 for the other 3, the other ones, and there's so basically an additional 23 damage.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah. All right. So it is not looking too good at this moment in time. It goes to Val, and what it do? It extracts brain.
No, please no.
Okay, so it is going to do a tentacle attack on you.
Please miss.
It does. It doesn't actually, because you. It's technically behind you, so yeah, it doesn't. But you are compelling the duel with it, so I guess you would be
So
facing
it's an
it.
engage, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be facing it. Okay, yeah, so it misses. It misses. Alright. That's that. Back to Draken.
Okay, right, so Draken's surrounded by a bunch of idiots, so start swinging.
Remember to take them alive.
Draken is in rage.
Okay.
This might be a bit of a problem. Okay, I'll give.
They come in pieces.
Actually, can you take a Mind Flayer alive?
I don't see why not. You got to make it
Yeah,
sort of
just-
a very,
Quiet.
Okay,
That's
that is. Which one is this against, by the way? Is it just any one around you, near you?
I was attacking the cultist. Well, I can't really leave because I'll be hit by 4 cultists, so he's going to start attacking. He's now in frenzy, and he's going to attack the one to the southeast.
Okay, so that is you basically you chop it in twain. It does have a thing that sort of says it gets back up again.
Which bit gets up?
Yeah, which bit gets up? Yeah, so he's gone. He's
Hang
done.
on, I'm not even in the room yet.
Draken then it gets a new attack because it's killed someone
Yep.
using the great axe. So another attack.
So which one? The one next to you or the one to the northeast?
The one to the northeast. Basically, he's going to spin round and
Okay.
just basically keep the axe going. Just give me a second. Okay, this should be.
That's a miss.
Oh, okay. Third attack. So this will be the second of his attacks that turn.
Yeah. That's a hit. That's another dead.
16. Okay, and using frenzy. Again, this will be the one behind Valley Shore, essentially.
Okay. This is your 4th attack.
Yes.
You
And
get
Harry-
3 attacks with frenzy, and you got a follow-on one for the first kill.
Okay. Right.
First kill, we'll get an additional attack. 2 base attacks, 1 for frenzy.
That's a miss as well.
Well, that's
Okay.
what you get for being pissed off.
Hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Right.
Have we heard any of this, by the way?
You will hear. Yeah, you'll hear. Oh, actually, give me a perception check.
I heard it.
You hear this noise coming from basically down the corridor.
Thomas still thinks it's coming from the stairs.
No, I'm not that bad this time.
You don't hear.
I'm more
anything.
interested in that spider right now.
You as you hear coming from the from the east, sort of noises coming through. Right, I'm going to, before we go, actually I'll do this round and then I'll go back to Michael. So the cultists will that is 1 hit, 5 slashing damage on to you, Drac.
Okay. That's 2.5 or 2 damage.
That's them.
I
Val.
get a
You're good?
reaction to those as well,
Oh yeah, you do.
so I
yeah.
get to attack them. Yeah, they are within 10 feet, so I'm able to attack both, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, I want to make sure your thing's working well.
Yep. 1d6 plus 2.
Is it? Oh, it was working.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 6. Oh, okay. Here's some.
And then one more.
So that is 15. So that is so that's 1 dead and 1 badly injured.
Okay, and now it's my actual go. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Draken.
Yeah.
As a bonus action. I've done this the
Thank
wrong way
you.
around. And
Doesn't
then
matter.
I'm going to use my action to cast Warding Bond on him as well, which gives him +3 AC in total.
Nice.
And he has resistance to all damage.
All damage. Fantastic.
Come on.
You guys
I'm
are
on
getting so
the
OP
slash
right
in.
now.
A lot of damage anyway.
I haven't even started playing with my new toys yet.
Okay, Mind Flayer then decides that he is going to cast. Gonna go Mind Blast. So it's gonna hit both of you, but it's also gonna hit that other cultist. Each. So you need to give me a DC 15. 15 intelligence save, please.
Poor
Oh
Drake.
my god, intelligence. Oh my god.
A DC
Okay.
15, did you
DC
say?
15 intelligence save, both of yous.
Is this at advantage?
Can Drake angry his
Oh
roll
wait,
up a
no,
bit?
he gets a +1 when he's saving rolls while I'm around as well.
Do you get that?
I don't get that, no, so I'm fucked, but
Okay, so you're.
There is also 6th level up Mindless Rage called as a 6th level ability of the Path of Berserker, which is Mindless Rage. And basically my question is, given that he can't be charmed or frightened, would this actually come into this? Admittedly, it's not mind control, but
You're just getting he's blasting you with with mind bullets right now. With mind bullets! He's mind bulleting you, so yeah. Give me a save.
Okay, wisdom, so intelligence.
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
Giddy.
Whoa!
bro.
Wow. Okay.
Draken is mistrust.
I gave you all these buffs, and this is how you repay me.
Yeah. Okay. The cultist.
Goggles to do nothing.
I was gonna say the cultist was closer. The cultist literally gets obliterated. The blast comes out. It hits both of you. It sort of splatters the cultist against the wall into sort of kind of just pulp into the wall. As for the rest of you, so you take 22 psychic damage, and you're both stunned.
Does that still apply to
Matt,
Draken, even though he's got
Have
resistance?
you read the Warding Bond? You take you have resistance to all damage.
Okay.
Each time it
half
takes
it.
damage, you take the same amount of damage.
Oh shit, that's doubled me. Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Have you just
Taken 40 more
Ah.
points of damage.
have you fucked yourself? It's not doubled
Well,
out.
I am dead, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not doubled out your. It's doubling out your full HP, not just what
Okay.
you've got left and stuff. So don't worry.
And the
So
spell ends.
you're down.
So how
So
much,
the
how much
so the
damage
spell-
is that, by the way?
So the spell has ended.
The spell has ended. You take half damage, so it's 11. You take 11 damage.
Okay.
So if he takes 11 damage, does that mean that Val will take 22 points?
I'm still dead either way.
33.
He takes the damage.
Actually-
He takes the damage and then takes half of Draken's damage.
Half of
Yeah.
that as well. Okay, so
That's 33
So
damage.
Draken takes 11, so he'll take what, 6?
6. Yeah.
If we round up.
No, no,
So yeah, it's not.
No,
Ow.
it's total was 22.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
28.
Half
No,
of
I'm
that
still
goes
up.
to Draken, half
So
of that goes to
28 means that
punishment.
he's just about up, isn't
I've
it?
got
Yeah.
4 HP.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay, so yeah, you are both stunned though.
Oh, I'd rather die.
You're both
I think-
stunned.
You might get your wish.
So yeah, okay. So we're gonna move over to you're both stunned and you've got a mind flare right beside you. We're going to move back to Tharaval. Okay, so you're sort of kind of you've got your child under your arm. You're sort of kind of making your way through these caverns. The kids have got these sort of masks, sort of kind of watered down, sort of kind of bits of cloth in a mask, so they're not choking on the smoke. Ceravel sort of kind of is leading you down another tunnel. Give me another perception check for Ceravel.
Bam.
Okay. He sort of points further on down the corridor. Give me a perception check for you.
Where'd it go?
Okay. You can hear sort of shouts and footsteps and sort of things coming up behind you.
What sort of range? Can I see them?
No, you can't see them.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of pushing on down the corridors then.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You. Okay. So actually, I'm just gonna. Up. It. So many bloody maps. Right. Somewhere. Okay, there we go. Okay. Off.
All looking a bit bleak from here.
Oh, there.
Yep, there we go.
I'll not drop your guys into it and stuff. So it's just sort of kind of a visual aid more than anything. You sort of kind of he sort of kind of sees, he can smell you could smell the sort of kind of the sea and stuff. You come across this. Actually, there should be a portal thing there, but I think. Where is it? Where is it? My library. Spells. Okay. Be animated.
You reset the sandbox.
Yeah, it's working because you guys were doing what it should be animated. It should be kind of glowing and turning and stuff like that, but it's not. Anyway. Okay, so so he takes you down. It's like the shoreline. There is a sort of quite a fast running sort of kind of river. To your sort of kind of south. There is what looks like a sort of a portal or something within the center of this sort of this sort of dais type thing. There are cultists around it. Are they? Where are the cultists? Chops is there. In there. I know this is. Where are the other cultists? They were here. They disappeared. Juvenile Kraken.
Oof.
Priest. I'm just gonna do is bandits. Why not? Do bandits. So they are sort of surrounding this portal. and one of the mind flayers is sort of kind of with a sort of kind of a priest is looking or sort of kind of walking towards it. The mind flayer has sort of lots of these sort of tadpole type things sort of kind of in tow as this sort of cultist sort of chant as he starts to walk through. Well, he's walking towards. He's starting to walk towards the portal. I should actually just move you over. Right, you and a load of kids. See. Pasty. Right. So come in here, over here somewhere. I'll let you sort of kind of where the kids are going. Where you're going in comparison. So moments. Yeah. Okay.
I think basically we're just gonna have to stack up there and there. The kids are just gonna stay in behind us for the time being.
Okay. All right. What are you doing? You can. I'm assuming. I think we'll see if they heard you. Nope. Okay. So they didn't hear you coming through and stuff, so they're not aware of your presence.
Just the way I like it. Sneak attack! Okay, so Ceravel's obviously the first one through. He is just going to open fire at somebody who looks important. And let's go for the either the what is it, a mind flayer or the fanatic. Go for the mind flayer probably.
Okay.
Okay, so that means he gets sneak attack, he gets hunter's mark, he gets advantage. Does he have assassin? He does. So he gets advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. So he is going to use his hunter's mark, sneak attack, dragon wing bow, which I can't remember exactly what it does.
He gets he gets a type of damage with it. Is it?
Oh, it gets force damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to do that.
Okay. Misses.
So plus with advantage.
14, 15. Oh, that's plus 2. Nope, you hit.
So that is also a critical for all damage. So that's going to be right. I'm gonna have to figure this out. So there's what is it again for all damage dice? So if you roll another 3d6, another hunter's mark, which is 4d6.
Rangers are at me. The amount of damage they do.
And then what is it? The actual sneak and piercing. So hold on, what's that? Rolling one. I'm trying to figure out. Right, so basically get to roll all damage dice, from what I
Oh.
believe.
Oh.
Let me double check that because we only got this last week. What was it? Crit. Yeah, critical hits. 5e. Critical hits when you roll a 20 make an attack and get to 20. This is called natural hit. This is critical hit. If you get a total of 20 after rolling out any modifier, this is called a dirty 20. Okay. I don't remember what it was. I think you re-roll all the damage dice. Roll 20. Critical hit.
So how many damage dice have you got? 1d, so attack plus 1d6. Your d attack plus 1d6 plus hunter's marks. You got 1d6. Is that 3 for that?
So you get sneak attack, which is 3d6. Hunter's mark is 1d6, so that's 4d6. Then I'm trying to figure out. So hold on, he's got 2 plus 1 plus 2.
Plus 5.
3d6. So that's 2. 3d6 is 2 plus 1 plus 2. Plus 5 is their hunter's mark.
And then you've got a 1d6 there.
What? Hold on. And where's Alright, so then it's got rolling
breast
0
damage.
plus 5 dex. That doesn't look right. 5 plus 1d6. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that going to be it? Okay, yeah. So it's got. So the sneak piercing bit is the sneak attack and the hunter's mark values. And then it's got 5 plus 1d6, which is 3.
Okay.
So that's. So I need to roll. What's that? 4d6. I don't know what you do about the 5 because it's an automatic number. So it's going to be 5d, the next another 5d6, I think.
Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, roll the dice. That's 20. Fuck. Okay, so that is 38 damage?
10. No, just. Yeah, 38. Sorry, you're right.
13,
Yeah.
38.
Okay. Does he get
Okay.
another shot?
He does take off sneak attack. Hunter's mark is still there. Let's dance again.
Okay, you hit. You do
We
5,
get another-
12.
12.
So we get another 2d6 for Hunter's mark and the piercing damage.
Is it all attacks or is it the first attack?
Pretty sure it's all attacks. I'm trying to actually find the wording of it because I don't know if that is. Roll 20. I remember looking at it last week. Roll 20. Critical hits.
Let me just check his thing then. So you do how much damage was that? Sorry, 28
12.
initially, and then 12.
38 plus 12.
38 plus 12. Okay.
So 50.
50 damage. Fuck, that's a lot of damage.
Why can I not find this? How is it going to be in my history?
I have this image of him firing an arrow, and by the time it goes through this guy's chest, it's like a telegraph pole. Like
Yeah,
Alien,
true.
but worse.
Like Alien, but backwards.
Like Hawkeye, but gruesome.
Combat. Right, combat. Yes, we got that. Surprise, advantage, initiative. Your turn, bonus actions, other activity, reactions. This is annoying me where I can't. Because I remember reading this and going, oh, I haven't been doing that.
So he took 50 damage. Use him down to that for the time being.
Move, certain dash, disengage, dodge, help. Ready, search. Attack rolls. You make an attack roll. If the total of the roll plus modifiers equals exceeds armor, AC of character is determined. Rolling a 1 or a 20. If the d20 roll for an attack is a 20, the attack hits regardless of any modifiers or the target. This is called a critical hit, which is explained in damage and healing. Where's that? Damage and healing. I click on that. Oh god, this is so annoying to try and find this. There's healing. Damage. Critical hits. When you score a critical hit, you get to roll extra dice for the attack's damage against the target roll. Roll all of the attack's damage dice twice and add them together. Then add any relevant modifiers to speed up play. You can roll all the damage dice at once. For example, if you score a critical hit with a dagger, roll 2d4 for the damage rather than 1d4, and then add your relevant ability modifier. If the attack involves other damage dice, such as from the rogue sneak attack feature, you roll those dice twice as well. So yeah, it's all damage dice get re-rolled.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, so pull that again then.
So I need to roll 2d6, wasn't it?
Yep. So it's another 7 off him. Okay. Is that his attacks?
That is him, yeah.
Okay, you.
Okay, so Tharaval is going to use Lightning Arrow with Hunter's Mark, with Dread Ambusher, and Sneak Attack.
If this Mind Flare survives, I'll be very shocked.
Okay, so he misses. Oh.
Wow. Okay, you sort of kind of your brother sort of kind of fires a loose of arrows into this Mind Flare. It sort of kind of sticks into his back. You just hold my beer, brother, and you sort of kind of pull back your sort of kind of lightning arrow, take one shot as it sort of kind of impales into the Mind Flare's head, and absolutely he just disintegrates into sort of kind of dust, the amount of damage that was done to him. The cultists so you can do your other attacks first before you
Well, so hold on, so with Lightning Arrow, if I can remember what it does, the target takes 4d8 lightning damage on a hit, or half as much damage on a miss instead of the weapon's normal damage. Whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dexterity saving throw. Each of these creatures takes 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay, so 10 feet is basically the tadpoles in that guy there. Okay, I'm just going to say they take damage. So how much damage?
2d8.
2d8. So give me 2d8 then for the first tadpole. That is the one set of tadpoles, like its master, just goes up in smoke. Give us the second one.
2d8. Is it? I think you just roll it once, is it not? It just says 2d8 damage.
Okay, 2d8 damage. That's the second one goes down. The Dissipator, the cultist fanatic. He takes some of the damage, but is still.
So he's taking 2d8. Yeah. Okay. So I get to roll a d6. Just if I get a 6, I can cast it again. If not, then I can't cast it until tomorrow. That. Okay, right. So Dread Ambusher was included in last
dog.
sneak attack. Lightning out, take out on Hunter's Mark is all good. Okay, so second attack on the Fanatic.
Okay, that is 17 damage.
Yep.
And that is a dead fanatic.
And then last attack on the. We'll just go for the closest bandit to me.
I'll just sort of throw it in. Harder bad guys.
Ooh, I get advantage.
Oh, you get advantage. Do you?
Yeah, because this is
Sneak attack.
yeah, this is like attack before initiative.
Okay. Okay, so that is one dead cultist.
Yeah, that's it. So then it would be initiative, I suppose.
Okay, just let me check something. Okay. You the footsteps behind you are very close. And whatever's chasing you will be upon you within a couple of turns.
Okay. Tharavel says we must get to the portal. There's we don't know what's on the other side, but we know what's here. We have to take our chances. It's either the unknown or death. Let's fight our way through and lead the children and your wife to the portal.
Okay. Serval sort of nods, and you can go first. Because initiative-wise, I don't want to sort of.
Right, go. Okay, so Serval is going to. He's going to attack the bandit closest to Tharaval. Then
I'm going to do this because you're going to kill guys pretty easy. It's not going to be. If you're going first, you're going to get how many attacks each?
5 in total.
You're going to get 5 attacks. Okay, so
4 of them.
That's 5 dead bandits.
you're going to have pretty much 5, unless you really fuck. Roll me 2. You roll me 2 attacks. If you pass them both, then I'll just kill these guys off because you're not going to sort of.
I'm just trying to think. And they still get assassinate, so they still get advantage anyway, because they'll not be taking their turns.
Okay.
They haven't taken their turns, so they get advantage on the rolls. Let's go with Serval.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. No probs. That's all. They're all dead. So you managed to sort of kind of take out all of the cultists around the portal. Okay.
Just saw the pictures you're putting into the chat.
Okay, so you managed to sort of kill everything. This sort of portal is sitting there. It's still sort of kind of whirring and sort of kind of whomping as it sort of kind of glows. But it seems to be slightly dimming.
Tharavel starts ushering the children and Evelyn, and says, "Serval, lead them on. We need somebody who's of sound body and mind to take point on the other side."
Roll me persuasion. Let me roll me a persuasion. Roll me a counter persuasion on him.
Oh, he's got more charisma, you wee bastard. Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, no, brother, you go first. I will stay behind and fend off whatever comes behind.
You just can't save some people.
hmm
Very well. Okay, so Tharville,
Let me roll
Uh,
some dice for these kids. Okay, there are 12 of them. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, roll me a persuasion. Roll me a persuasion to move, basically, for the kids. You can use whoever's got the better.
can I question why I'm having to persuade kids to run away from danger?
Bear in mind, kids don't think rationally, and they're sort of there's a port. You want them to run into something they don't know. Like, bear in mind, any kid.
If basically I'm not getting them to run in. Basically, I'm asking somebody to go in first, and they follow.
Again, bear in mind when you were a kid, like, I didn't want to go into. It didn't matter what your parents told you and stuff. If you didn't want to do something, you didn't want to do something.
No.
Also,
Okay, so what am I doing? Persuasion?
children will freeze.
Yeah, and
They
you
will
know,
run or they will just freeze.
yeah, they'll just not do something. So you need to roll me a persuasion roll for the kids to see if it. So the highest persuasion you've got.
Sorry, I'll roll them a d20.
Yeah, no. So you roll a persuasion roll. Whoever's got the highest charisma, basically, roll me a charisma.
Persuasion's got 9.
Okay, so all of them, bar the one that has got a critical fail, will go with you. So you've basically got all of them are willing to sort of kind of go, but you've got one child that is petrified and won't move.
Okay, again, I'll just grab him and pick him up, or at least try to. Strength.
Okay. Small, yeah. So you pick up the final child, and start making your way to the portal. Are you going in first? Are they going? What are you doing?
Yeah, I say, make sure they follow me, Evelyn. So actually, we get. I'll go through first, followed by the children being ushered by Evelyn, and I say, "Don't be far behind me, brother."
Just don't worry, brother. I'll be right behind you. I'm just going to teach these tailgaters a lesson. Okay, so you go into the portal. This sort of kind of and the kids sort of start ushering in by Evelyn. You copy paste you into it. Where is that? And well, there. Change that to where Okay, and then let me
This doesn't sound good.
Or he could just be winding you up. Because he'd never do that to you at all, would he?
Would I? Would I? Could I? I wish I could just drag him in from there.
Your brother's about to be attacked by a swarm of 50 hamsters with butter knives.
Yeah.
Hamsters! Ah!
And big pointy teeth.
Okay, so we're just gonna guess these guys. And a right. Okay, let's launch you in here. You appear. Ba-da-da-bum-bum-bum.
You know, I knew I was going to end up in their map.
Ah.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Well, that was confuzzling.
Okay, so basically, this sort of kind of all happens sort of as Lance
Through
sort
the
of kind
door.
of breaks through this sort of wall to the surprise of a bunch of cultists. Tharaval just appears from this sort of kind of central portal in the middle of the from the middle
With
of
a bunch of kids.
things with a bunch of kids and a woman in tow. The cultists are here, sort of kind of kneeling down, waiting, obviously, for something else to come through. Are completely shocked by your appearance.
I have this sudden urge to scream, "Johnny's here!"
Right. Okay. So, Val and Draken are stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Stunned. What does that mean exactly?
Can't move or talk.
Can move or talk.
Can we attack?
You can attack.
Can't move.
Yeah.
What does stunned do? Everything on it.
Creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly.
Doesn't say you can't attack.
Says you can't move.
So I'd say you could defend yourself. But you
Oh
can't-
wait. So yeah, attack rolls against the creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay. So, right. So you can attack. It is Kraken's go. You can't move.
Could Draken breathe fire?
And hit Val.
Don't kill
What
me.
fire resistance
Yep.
haven't you, Val?
Pioneer, walk it off.
No.
Val's only got 4 hit points left, bear in mind.
Kraken doesn't know that.
Okay.
You can see I'm in quite a battered position.
Yeah, I can see.
He's trying to cauterize your wounds.
Intimidating presence.
What does that do?
Oh.
Frighten some with their menacing presence. Choose one creature that are within 30. Creature can see or hear you. If it must succeed a wisdom saving throw, 8 plus your proficiency bonus. What's your proficiency bonus? Plus your charisma.
Mm.
Or
Okay.
Proficiency will be +4.
Yeah, my proficiency bonus. What is proficiency bonus? Where's the proficiency bonus?
The little
It's,
thing.
+4. It's
up
just above your saving
beside your-
throws.
Yeah, beside
Pardon?
your armor class, to the left of your armor class.
4. So proficiency bonus 4 and charisma bonus of 2, so +6.
Okay,
So
so
14.
14.
14.
Okay. Is the Mind Flayer frightened?
Probably not, but hey ho.
Don't know if you don't try.
Yeah.
Turns around, runs into a wall, and knocks itself out. Right.
And what is it for? What
Crit fail.
DC? What DC is it? What is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
He feels.
Yeah.
He's frightened. He's sort of like the whole sort of, you just sort of kind of let out this sort of roar, and he sort of kind of starts to back off.
So, frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Yeah, so disadvantage and
Okay, so he basically starts to run.
Run away!
Starts
So
to
more
run.
than 60 feet or line of sight.
So he just sort of takes himself off. You know what?
How far away has he run?
He sort of kind of run over, towards the.
Is he still in the effects of compelled duel?
I would say so. Why?
Ooh.
As he has to then make a wisdom saving throw if he tries to go away.
Another one. At disadvantage, I'd say, if he's failed the
Yeah,
first one.
because it's disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is. I'm just gonna piss around with all that sort of. You're trapped. I'm trapped. We're all trapped together, and just sort of
His
piss
brain
around.
explodes.
Yeah, you just.
I
sort
want
of-
him alive!
Yeah.
But I've got to.
Okay, roll me a. If you want to keep him alive, roll me a. Yeah, we'll just say sort of says. We'll say he's.
surrenders. He
Well,
surrenders.
let's say he surrenders. We'll just say he gets sort of kind of knocked down.
Ran into a wall, didn't he?
Yeah, ran into a wall and sort of
KO.
knocks himself out. KO. Some of these, I can't get the name. Adelia has shouted your war cry, calamari.
It's official.
It's official. It is official. Right. Okay. So, right, you chaps. So, Lance, you see Tharaval and stuff appear as you break through the wall. The spider drops down near Eldrith. So basically, give us some. I'm going to give these guys an initiative roll. This guy an initiative roll. And you guys give us an initiative roll as well, please.
Well, that sucked.
Who, all of us?
Do
Do
I
I
roll? Do
Do
I
I
You
roll?
have
get-
to initiative for her as well because I can't roll for the archer or anything.
Do I get surprise attacks as I've come through the portal?
Yes.
Shall I roll a d20 for Sally?
Yeah, give me a d20.
Some not being able to see really sucks on the initiative, doesn't it?
So, Spider goes first, then Eldrith, then the bandits, then Thomas, then the bandit captain, and then Lance, and then Tharaval. You need to roll yours.
Sally goes before the bandits do.
Oh, Sally.
Sarah will go before everyone by the looks of it.
Tharavel
Of course.
first. Okay. So Tharavel, you can go first then.
Do I get my surprise attacks first?
Yes.
True.
Well, no.
I'd just like to rewind about 10 minutes when Matt said there's bandits in the chamber who are surprised when Tharavel comes through the portal.
They're
Would I count-
surprised, but they can see him.
Would I count as
Yeah,
having
but
a
they're still
surprise
surprised. So
attack on the
they're basically expecting something tame and something friendly to them coming through, and they're not expecting somebody
Go on
coming
then,
through.
fine. Yeah, go on.
Do I get a sneak attack on the bandit when I burst through the wall?
Yes,
Okay,
I would say so,
what,
yes.
what I get? So I can't use the lightning arrow. What have I got? I've got dread ambusher and sneak attack. Okay, so bandit captain is getting it first. In the face. So with assassinate, with advantage, all hits or crits.
Okay.
Did you do Hunter's Mark, or do you need it? Probably don't need it to be fair.
Person need it.
Yeah, that is Hunter's Mark's in there.
Oh, okay.
Right, so that means I am rolling 4d6 plus 1d8 plus
So much damage.
Plus,
3d6.
I
sorry,
think-
40,
I think
four-
this- I
40
think-
46. This is only for the first attack, though. This is where so it's,
straight up throwing dragons at you next time.
I was gonna say,
So it's-
is he shooting with an arrow or an anvil?
I was going to say all it needs is to be a curved arrow to fly around and hit 3 of them in a row.
Yeah.
right. So because it's a crit, right? So it's 4d6. So that's 3d6 for the sneak attack, 1 for the hunter's mark, 1d8 for the dread ambusher, and then 1d8 for the actual attack roll for the piercing damage. So that's 4d and re-roll 4d6 and 2d8. Re-roll 4d6.
The actual arrow is just kind of like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and I shot him with an arrow as well.
And 2d8. Oh, that sucked. Oh,
So
Really?
So that's
50
28.
damage.
50 damage on your first shot.
but that's what. See, that's he's built to do damage. Like his first round of combat is supposed to be like the biggest damage dealer.
Under combat.
His first round of combat is designed to be the only round of combat.
Okay, yeah. You
Strike
come
hard,
through.
strike
You
fast,
come
no
through.
mercy.
You see it. This shocked bandit captain, that sort of kind of cultist leader, sort of sees you, stands up, and basically gets peppered.
Annihilated.
You're gonna hit him with another one, aren't you?
Yeah, so that's the first attack. So I get 3 attacks because dread ambusher, and it's the first. So second one, I need to take off dread ambusher and sneak attack.
Oh, damn.
Still got hunter's mark,
However, will you live with yourself?
and it's still at advantage because it's surprise.
Is
Okay.
it still like
He's dead.
double?
He's dead. So he comes up. His eye. You see, you sort of as you pop through, his eyes sort of kind of widen, realizing that you're not who he thought you were, and literally you just pin him to the back wall.
One in the head, one in the throat.
Yep, and he's down.
So I've got one more attack with surprise then. So I'll go for the bandit at the back,
Which one? West or
The,
south?
west.
West.
Okay.
You'll be
and that's-
shooting through kids, so he'll get some advantage on.
But are we
Literally,
shooting
quite
over them?
possibly.
So, are you shooting? So you're shooting at the one by
Over to the
the
left.
unbroken. The
Well,
unbroken
I tell you what,
wall
actually, I can move though, can't I?
Yeah.
So I can just
So dodge around the column or dodge past them. Yeah.
Just dive over them.
just push over them. Yeah, I'll do a big like somersault over the
Oh.
top, like slow mo.
You're starting to talk like Darth Vader levels of extra here. You know this, don't you?
You hit,
So that's 12 damage.
and that's a dead.
Oh.
cultist.
It's actually more than 12 damage because I have to do the rerolls. But anyway,
Okay,
so that's his surprise attack.
So then I get a surprise attack on this guy, and then you get the first attack for the combat round, yeah?
Yep. Do your surprise attack on
so-
that chap.
So I get 2 attacks. So let's go with piercing.
Yep, that's a dead cult.
Oh well, I'll just waste the other attack. So go to here.
You
So I have a
explode.
second
You
attack.
explode through the wall, and literally just see this guy. You cleave him, and he sort of kind of smashes up against the cave wall, completely smashing his head against the stone.
So that was my sneak attack, but I think that was dramatic enough.
Okay, Tharval.
Okay, so he is going to attack the bandit to the north, I suppose. So is a sneak attack, and I need to figure this out because a sneak attack is and a initiative ruling. There are they counted as 2 different attacks? If that makes sense, as in 2 different things of combat.
And again.
So it's just because with the basically it's whether I apply dread ambusher, and you're probably going to say I don't apply dread ambusher. So dread ambusher basically says for the hold on, let me see. At the start of your first turn of each combat, basically is whenever this attack, the dread ambusher kicks in. So is
this is the first round of combat.
Right, so the sneak attack was the sneak attack, or sorry, was the surprise attack a separate combat?
It's a free attack, basically.
Okay, so so I can still apply dread ambusher again then. Yeah. Okay, so dread ambusher, sneak attack. And still with advantage because he's not taking a turn yet.
Dead cultist.
Okay, so he's going to move around to there and go to the one in the east.
Gonna have to be horde. Wait, another
I
dead
can do that.
And then
cultist.
last one to the southeast. You see, I'll miss this one.
He does get advantage because you're shooting over a raised thing, and he. Right.
Okay. So it's just I get advantage anyway, so it's just going to be a normal roll.
I know, but he's going to get plus to his, not a lot. He'll get +2 to his AC.
Okay.
Get more than 14. Yep, dead cultist.
Little bit more.
I used to be a cultist till I took an arrow to the eyeball.
Yeah. Yeah. The yeah. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just gonna do that. Because
You don't even have a bloody name tag. You just lie down there, son.
Right.
Keep a straight face. If you laugh, you don't get paid.
Did you say that Sally was before the spider? What did she get? What did she get?
No, Sally would be before the bandit, so after Eldrith.
So she was going to attack. The spider was going to attack the archer, so it moves forward and attacks Eldrith. Uh, 7. It's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
I think Eldrith is down. 21, 30, 21, 36.
He has 77 hit points.
37, 42, 52.
Yeah, so she's
She's got
down. So
25 left.
no, because she's already taken damage. She's on 42.
Ah, right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've lost that note from somewhere.
Yeah, she took damage from the gargantua squid or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
The Garganticus or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it sort of kind of stands over. It does it. Hit same target, second hit, extra 11. Right. If both impaling legs. Yeah. Well, so it was going to do more damage anyway.
Okay, does extra damage.
Yeah, it does extra damage for hitting.
Okay, so she's down.
She's down. Right. It is. Well, it would have been her. The bandits. Thomas, you are up.
It's Sally.
Sally is up.
Sally shouts, "What the fuck?" and dies backwards. And then says, "What the hell have you got me into?"
Yeah, she's not impressed with your little sort of field trip at this moment in time.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
By the way,
Pirate.
Draken and Val, you can give me an initiative check. Give me an initiative roll as well.
Okay.
Make sure you click your.
Yeah.
Mrs. Archer, the bandits are all dead, so Thomas.
Yeah, so me.
Actually, it's Val technically. That's it.
Woo! I'm a bit far away.
Yeah, so you can just. So it's Val. Let me take the.
Well, surely he's not part of the combat yet. If he's sort of in like a.
Yeah, it's just for moving purposes. You know,
Oh,
they're
okay,
getting
right,
closer
yeah,
to
yeah.
wherever. Then
And
Draken.
what was the rule we had with the lay on hands? I can just heal for 10 points of HP and that's
You,
it, yeah?
You've got 10 left, yeah.
Yeah, if you put
Okay,
some-
that's fine.
I left you with 10. Be grateful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move that way
Okay.
and heal myself for 10 HP.
Okay, Draken, what are you doing?
Okay. Draken's looking around, find out what's going on. He shakes his head, and yeah, follows Valishil. Does that wall ahead look similar to?
The other one, yeah. You can.
Okay.
You're of the view that you could break through it, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, then he just basically runs towards it and beckons Valishil.
Okay. So you both sort of up to the wall, effectively. Okay, so it is now Thomas, your go.
Okay, so I'll shout to Sally, "Stay behind me. If you have offensive spells, use them now." And then I'm going to hit the spider with one of them.
That should make an
Okay.
impression.
A Speedra. Need to do Constitution.
DC 17.
Constitution 17 saving throw.
13, it
Yeah.
fails. So it takes
37 damage.
necrotic
Nice.
damage. Okay. It is Bandit Captain who is dead. Lance, you're up.
Cool. So, I can. So I'm going to move to here. Then I'm going to create my echo.
Yeah.
Over there.
Oh, is that
And
what
through-
that was?
Yes. And then through my echo, I am going to attack.
And you attack through with your echo?
Yeah, that's the point of the echo.
Ah, okay, cool.
The whole point of the echo is that it's an image, but your attacks can come through it.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so -5 to your attack. Do you get advantage on those attacks?
In theory, it would be equivalent of a sneak attack because this thing just appears and slaps it. So I was like all the way over here, and suddenly I seem to appear and hit it. So it's your call if you want to call that a sneak attack.
Yeah, go on then, because you'd feel them hits otherwise, and I don't want to drag this on too much longer and stuff. So yeah, okay, you hit it.
So
Yep.
28.
That's first attack.
Yep.
Second attack.
-5.
19.
Yeah, so that's another one.
And then I'm going to blow my action surge and do a third attack.
Nice.
How much damage is that in total?
30, 48,
48 damage.
58, 58.
58.
58 damage, yeah.
Okay, which did
Still not dead. Bloody hell!
Hold on, that's
How
more
big?
than.
How
I was
big
gonna
is
say
this
that's more
spider?
than-
There's definitely more than 58 because right. So you've got
Oh no, it
10,
is, yeah.
20,
So
30, 40, 50,
28.
60, 70,
If it's more than
78.
7, it's dead. Okay.
78.
Yeah. So you.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you the spider is dead. It sort of curls up and sort of is no more. As you do that, as you sort of the final blow comes through, Draken kind of crashes through the wall with a very sort of tired and bruised looking Valashul sort of coming up behind him. You see in front of you a cultists with arrows sticking out of them and a load of children sort of kind of running away from a portal that is sort of dimming in the center of the room.
Any
I
enemies
think to
around?
walking on.
Any viable targets?
There's nobody left in.
Okay. Draken stumps back to the Mind Flayer and picks it up over his shoulder, bursts it around the head a few times just to be on the safe side, and then stomps back.
Okay, so you bring the Mind Flayer back with you. There. The kids and stuff move through. I guess you can now all sort of role play this. You're out of combat. You can have a little chat with each other.
Look, how did we all get here?
Let me just turn this off, and we can.
Laravel goes back through the portal.
I turn to Thomas, shrug, and say, "I'll be back in a second, then." And I run after him because he has this habit of getting killed.
As you bear with me 1 minute.
I just wish Lance luck and stay exactly where I am.
As you sort of you run towards the portal, which starts to sort of flicker and fade. As it does so, actually roll me a both of you roll me a dexterity. Okay, so you sort of kind of make it up over the sort of kind of the raised area to get to the portal. It's just about to disappear, but as it does, a very disheveled and bloodied looking Ceravel sort of pops out and falls to the ground.
I try to catch him as he dives to the ground, as he falls to the ground.
Yeah.
Do I get him?
Yeah, so you sort of kind of picks him up, and he sort of kind of out of breath, covered in gore and blood, and then the portal just sort of disappears.
I look him up and down and say, "It makes a change for your brother to be the one that's well dressed."
he sort of kind of nods his head. You can tell he's amused, but he's drained by the whole thing. As he does, Evelyn sort of kind of runs over to him and gives him a massive hug. Just sort of kind of starts weeping and crying and sort of wiping off the sort of gore around his head and kissing him and generally being sort of just glad to see him.
As she's doing that, I pull my water skin out pop the cork out and pour it over his face and his hands, so at least he's not making her quite so dirty.
You basically, she came over to kiss and you sort of like pouring water over them, and he just like she's
T-shirt competition.
yeah, she sort of kind of lets out a bit of a shriek, but starts to laugh, and he does too, and then grabs her and just sort of starts kissing her.
Oh dear.
Tharavel looks at Val and Draken and jokingly says, "Looks like you had a worse day than I did."
Oh dear. I turn away from the other two
Know where you've
and
been,
look over at them,
Tharavel,
and
but do not do that again, or I will kill you.
Good to see you too, my friend.
I turn around. But yeah, as I say, I turn around, look around. Draken and Ballister will obviously have a mind flare with them, and I just look at them and go, "What have I told you about bringing pets home with you?"
Draken puts the boot in a few more times, just to be the safe side that the mind flays not coming down. Just the one.
Obviously,
Tharavel's-
you're all very aware that there's a load of children just sort of there
I
as well.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've just appeared from nowhere. So
Has Eldrith got back up, or do we need to go out
yeah,
and retrieve her?
she sort of kind of got back up and
Who are the
is
children?
Can
she-
we search the dead for any information? Because I think the whole point of actually going to Kiberath was actually trying to get some information. I don't think we got any other than
Draken holds
Other
up
than
the
there's lots of bad guys.
mind flayer.
And they have a way to get from one side to the other without sailing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of important on its
Where,
own.
where were the children from?
you asking Tharavel?
Yeah.
Ask them.
Okay. Draken tries not to be too terrified.
We've had very little time for words.
The kids are suitably scared at a bunch of people, and especially a dragon spawn sort of just advancing on them, asking them.
Okay, Draken puts away his weapon, stows it there, keeps his hands completely clear, and just kneels down to their height, and tries to calmly just ask them, where are they from? But snoring too much or growling. Just
Okay,
tries to
roll
keep
me a charisma.
it work. Could it be persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Intimidate?
You're not. You can intimidate children if you want.
No. Oh, yeah. Would not be a good idea.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, you sort of kind of walk over to them, and you sort of put your axe away. You hold your hands out, and you go. You speak softly, and you sort of ask them where they've come from and what's happened, and they basically explain. One of them explains how they were basically street urchins, and they were kidnapped by these men, and they sort of kind of point to the sort of kind of guys who are sort of kind of lying down on the ground, and forced to sort of go to this temple. They weren't sure why they were there or what was going to happen to them, but they were saved by the elves, and they sort of kind of point over to Tharavel and Saravel, and one of the sort of younger ones runs up to Tharavel and sort of kind of wraps his hands around his legs and gives him a hug.
Where from? Which city did you come from? Which town?
One of them says Taunt. Another one says I'm from Falcross. They all sort of kind of in and around, all around Balon, basically.
Right. So there's cultists operating each of the settlements. Okay.
Or that they've been travelling around looking for trouble.
Okay.
Tharvon sort of kneels to the boy and gives him a hug and says, "You're safe now," and sort of gives him a hug. He turns to Lance and Val and Draken and everyone, and is like, because he obviously has no idea where he's just in a cave, and asks, "Where are we?"
That's a long
Valashul
story.
says,
but-
"Does the stench not give it away?"
I have just come from a fouler smelling place than this.
I'll
The
have a
good
bath
news
with
is
her.
you don't have to catch a boat back.
Are we in Balon?
Yes.
Okay. We must get these kids to safety. We need to search these bodies for any information, and we must report back to Lady Tom.
We need to warn her to post guards down here.
Yep.
Because
Thomas,
if they
how
come
can-
back,
Thomas, how can we restrain magically one of these, pointing at the mind flayer?
Magically may be difficult, but physically restrain, gag, and bind the hands. Should be
Tentacle
fine.
piece together.
There is a spell I've been looking at using for this very situation.
Ah.
Cut off head.
I'll pray
No,
at
we
sunrise
need
and hopefully
information.
That would restrain it.
the spear will bless me with the knowledge of that spell.
in the meantime, do they need to be able to see us to attack us?
What the?
The mind flare.
Yeah, with their psionic attacks.
Well, he's used it already, so he can't use it again for another day.
Yeah, but we don't
And
know
he's
that.
We don't know
unconscious, right?
that.
He's unconscious at this.
Okay.
My suggestion would be we bind him thoroughly and blind him and gag him. So that I'll drag him back up with us one way or another. While we get the children out of here. Lest we have more surprises come visit
Sorry,
us.
I'm just-
Stop pushing buttons.
I'm gonna change your spears. Just
Oh yeah.
okay.
Buffed.
Right. Okay. Sorry. So what were you saying?
If we bind him securely, gag him and blind him, I'll carry him out while we get the children out of here. 'Cause
Okay.
I think I'm probably in the best condition overall at the moment in terms of carrying large lumps of mind flare about.
Okay. So you're basically just gonna leave the gonna search the bodies.
Mhm.
Search the bodies and
Search where the mind flayer was meditating, and also claim a trophy from the mind flayer, some trinket.
okay.
A
Yeah.
tentacle.
I don't know. You can have a tentacle if you want. The tentacle.
Or-
No, they're not going to mutilate anyone. Just
You take you take a sort of pendant off him that sort of looks like a sort of tentacled head from his chest.
I can take that. Puts in his pocket.
Okay.
So marked on the couch sheet.
Right. So that's that. You sort of take the man flare. You sort of search the bodies. You find a few bits of gold. Nothing of any sort of kind of major note. You know more of the daggers that you've sort of kind of they have. You also find sort of a you find more sort of kind of paper which is covered in that sort of kind of blue inky sort of it's blood, but it's sort of kind of with a blue tinge. It's lots of runes and stuff on it, lots of diagram. One of them looks sort of like the portal that there's like what looks kind of like a portal within the center of one of the sort of kind of documents that they're holding.
Are we happy to move on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay. So we'll just move you to taunt then, and monk. And we can have the music a bit more.
What session are we on?
54.
54.
Yeah. Okay. So you're sort of kind of walking out of the sewers, you know, Ocean's 11 style, you know, slow mo, and sort of, you know, high fiving and stuff, you know.
Mind flare over the shoulder,
Yeah,
kids in
my
trail.
over his shoulder, sort of doing the finger guns to people as you sort of kind of leave, you know. Okay, now to stick a little bit more serious. Okay.
I guess we'll walk into the palace then.
Yes. You walk back to where did we leave? To the Citadel. Basically
Yeah.
where Lady Taunt is, with your sort of mind flare on your shoulder. Captain Anders. Oh, that's right. You were meant to sort of give Captain Anders a sign, weren't you, or something?
A signal, but we
signal?
didn't actually think of what to do.
Yeah. So you get, and sort of Captain Anders sort of catches the fact that you're sort of kind of coming out of these sewers, and sort of asks what happened, and you know where was the signal.
We got a little tiny bit distracted by a giant spider, mind flayer, portal, appearing Tharavel and children. It kind of got out of hand a little tiny bit for a while there.
Yeah, he sort of says, Lady Taunt must be informed. If there's
That
anything
was
going
where
on
we're
underneath
going.
this city, she should know. Okay.
That is entirely where we're going.
Okay, so takes us off to the city, to the Citadel even. So you go into the Citadel, you know, you go through security, and Lady Taunt sort of kind of sitting there and looks at the mind flare that's sort of sitting on sort of one of your shoulders, whoever's holding it, and says,
I drop him on the floor and say, "He followed us home. Would you like to keep him?"
she says, What is this? What do you bring before me, Ranger? Oh, you're not a Ranger anymore. She doesn't know any different than the time, I guess.
Stranger. Stranger danger.
Ranger danger.
Ranger danger.
That's my call.
It is a very long story, some of which needs to be told by some of the others, but the long and the short of it is that this mind flayer and a number of cultists were in the sewers and helping to open a portal from the from across the water to one of the other islands, which would have potentially allowed a fifth column to enter the city. Fortunately for them, apparently Saravel and his brother rescued some children, rescued his sister-in-law, and butchered a few of them and hijacked the portal. So we've gathered what information we could find, which may pertain to how they created the portal, and we can lead some guards back to show them where the portal came out, lest they try to reopen it there.
And what of this beast that you bring before me?
We were thinking we might have a long chat with him with some pointed and blunt objects and find out what he knows.
Okay. So are you just going to wake the mind flayer up and interrogate him, or
Not in
yet.
the presence of Lady Taunt, that's for sure.
she said? Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
She gets your meaning and basically says, Captain Anders, bring them to the cells. See they're not disturbed. Make sure you bring me back any information of any pertinence.
Tharval steps forward and he kneels in front of Lady Taunt as she was the last person. Wasn't she the last person he spoke to?
Yes.
He asked her not to tell anybody. Apologies for my swift entrance, but I owed an honor to my brother to ensure his safety. As I said, I took myself to Kiberath to search for his whereabouts, and in doing so, I was hoping to gather some information that might aid our attack. Unfortunately, things went from bad to worse very, very quickly, and we were set upon by large numbers. The information other than the layout of the town, some tunnels, and some numbers of enemies present, is all I really have. We did not see any sign of your father. However, we were able to rescue these children and my brother's wife, who may have some information to provide to you, as they were there for some time. And he sort of gestures towards them, the children, and sort of ushers them forward.
Kids sort of kind of sheepishly sort of kind of move forward, and some of them sort of bow and the others just sort of kind of stand there looking sort of awkward. She smiles and sort of kind of sits down and sort of gets down from her father's seat, and goes over and gives one of them a flower from one of the sort of kind of side tables, and sort of says, "You're safe now. You're safe now, children. I will see that you are you reunited with your parents." One of them sort of pips up and says, "We're orphans, miss. We're orphans, miss." And one of the other ones sort of kind of nudges. She's a lady. She says, "Oh, sorry. We're orphans." And she sort of kind of nods her head, and sort of kind of nods to one of her attendees, who she sort of kind of says, she basically sort of says, they're one of the guest houses here. Taunt has had a problem with homeless for a while, and maybe this is a sign that we look after those who are more needy. And so she says, Madam Kitchener here will look after you children, and I will see that you are suitably housed and bedded. If you have any information for me, please do tell. But I'm glad you're all safe, and I will make sure that you stay safe. One of the sort of children, says that, we owe it to the elves. They saved us. They killed the bad man. And they point to sort of you and to Saravel. Lady Taunt sort of goes over to you and says, Master Ranger, you have no need to apologize to me. it would seem that you have done more than was needed. You provided these children with their lives. You have provided us with intel of the tunnel system, and you have shut down a portal that could have caused the end of this city. And because of that, I am eternal grateful. And she sort of bows to you.
Will bows his head.
She says, if you get any information from that thing, please let me know. I will see to these children with Madam Kitchener. So she sort of gets the children and sort of says, "Come on, children, let's go," and sort of starts ushering them off. With the one of her ladies in waiting. Okay, are you interrogating this guy?
I don't plan on doing it while I don't have the spell, so...
I think for the time being, if we house it somewhere secure and away from trouble, well, we all rest and recuperate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, no problems. Okay, so Captain Anders sort of takes the mind flare off your hands with some of his guards, and goes to take it to the dungeon effectively. He's never seen one of these things before. It seems extremely grossed out by it, but sort of has his men pick it up and start moving it out. Are you saying anything before he sort of leaves with it?
Keep it blindfolded. Keep it bound. Keep it gagged.
There we go.
Okay. He sort of nods his head, salutes, and takes it off to the cells. While you all get a well-earned rest. Yep. Okay. So you have make a note. You've got some documents with some runes on them and some designs of what looks like the portal. You have, because there wasn't a lot. You didn't do a lot of searching around in the stuff. You've got basically a few coins and stuff like that from the cultists and stuff, whatever they had on them. Nothing overly exciting. I will say, let me just check. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Give me a number between 1 and 9.
7.
Aye.
3.
6.
Okay.
Everybody has to do this, or
no, just one. Okay, it's just one. Okay, so he has with him he's got a sort of a dagger, a dagger with +2 to hit on it.
Nice.
Weapon +2. That's weapon +2. But yeah, it can be any weapon, so I'm going to say he's got a dagger. He's got a ritual dagger with a +2 to hit on it.
I can stick with his butter knife.
Yep.
I look to the others and say, would you mind if I take this?
Not at all. Well
I'll-
earned.
Just not.
Cool beans. All right, so you've got the
carving something yourself.
you've got the dagger with a +2 to hit. And that is it. We'll call it for tonight, I guess, and then we can sort of carry on with the interrogation. Finish off. I suspect sort of Kibarath in one way or another will come about within the next couple of sessions. Okay, So when did you become level 11 then?
Oh, like 9 months ago or something.
Bollocks. When did you become 11? When did I give you level 11?
It was a session or two before you went
That's
away.
6 months ago.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll wait probably after we get another.
Can I
Makes
get
sense.
inspiration for clearing 2 rooms?
Yes, you can have inspiration.
Does Draken get inspiration for basically paradoxing the mind flay into submission?
Yeah, go on then. You can have that. You can have an inspiration point for that. Yeah. All right. Okay. Right. Cool beans. But the honor points, Val. You can have. How many honor points have you got?
I have 20.
You have 20. 5 honor points.
Okay. Whoop whoop.
You've already used that first. You've already that random one that random benefit.
Yeah, and I got +1 strength, if I remember correctly.
Okay. All right. So you got 5 honor points, and right. Sweet. Okay. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Adelia, if I'm pronouncing your name right. Thanks for the comments, much appreciated as always from last week too. We had a fair few people again watching, which is great. It's good when people watch us live. It's much appreciated. For me, I've been Matt Geary. With me has been Michael Estherval.
Hi, everyone.
Wes is Val Nostius.
Not everyone.
Dave is Thomas Moonstar.
Here be not yet dragons, but watch this space.
Mark is Lance.
I'll weep, Gran, I'll weep, Ninny Bomb.
And Pete is Draken.
Night, everyone. And drink lots of water. Stay cool.
Night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.